Welcome to Pictures of Grace, a Fraser 365 Advent devotional. My name is Chris Montgomery, Senior Pastor of Fraser Church, and I'm so glad you're on this Advent journey with us. May the Lord bless you today as we learn about His unmerited grace.
Welcome to Day 31 of Pictures of Grace, an Advent daily devotional. Our title for today is Never Alone. Ken Heer, in his commentary, wrote, "Many Christmas celebrations miss the enormity of Christ's birth. This was not just another baby or another birthday. God was born in human likeness, the divine taking upon himself the limitations of humanity. This event is understood by us to be the Incarnation. The mystery of the Incarnation should always override our tendency to turn Jesus into a cuddly baby that we can handle and control. He is Emmanuel, God with us, wrapped in human flesh." Isaiah 7:14 and Matthew 1:23. It is hard to wrap our minds around it, but it's true. He became flesh and dwelled among us. John 1:14. He was made like us, so we could be made like him. Today's text comes from Luke 2:1-7. In those days, a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration when Quirinius was governor of Syria, and all went to be registered, each to his own town. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the town of Nazareth, to Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be registered with Mary, his betrothed, who was with child. And while they were there, the time came for her to give birth. And she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling cloths, and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn. The seasons of Christmas and a New Year can be a difficult time for many people. In a world filled with social media connections, many people still live isolated lives. There has never been a better time for people to find true biblical fellowship and community. We were all created with a deep longing to belong. I'm reminded that Mary and Joseph found themselves alone during that first Christmas. It was difficult enough to deal with public disgrace, but add to that being physically distanced from your family and friends. Caesar's decree denied her the support of family and friends, forcing her and Joseph to instead embark on an 85-mile journey from Nazareth to Bethlehem. The crowds clogging all the available housing eliminated the opportunity for even a traditional delivery. Finding nowhere else to spend the night, Mary gave birth in a stable and laid her child in a manger. Luke 2:4-7. Rather than being congratulated by throngs of familiar faces, Mary and Joseph were visited by local shepherds, strangers, who had learned of the newborn Messiah from a startling encounter with the heavenly host. Even though Mary and Joseph were away from their home, God blessed them with new relationships. Worship has a way of bringing strangers together. You're never alone because of His presence. In addition, the joy of experiencing Jesus brings us closer to others. How does your worship of Jesus bring you the joy of His presence? How does the worldly culture of Christmas distract you from the true worship of Christ? Are you seeking Jesus daily? If so, how? If not, why? How can worshiping Him genuinely help you experience biblical community? Pray with me. Father, you created us with a need to belong and to have rich relationships, first of all with you and then with others. Thank you for making that possible through Jesus Christ. Amen.